Kappi is hanging out here with me today as we've got a little bit of snow outside. We didn't get as much as some other places, right? We got a couple inches here where we're at, so Kappi's, of course, running away now as I go through and do this, but he'll come back over eventually, right, buddy? So anyway, as you can see here, as I had in the title and description and all that fun stuff, this is a box I got as part of a lot, 6-7 weeks ago. And I've worked through everything except this box from it, right? I got about 6 or 7 boxes at that time. And this one has, as you can see, 18 Bowman draft paper and chrome. Though these titles have been generally accurate, not completely, especially as we get into it. The reason why I'm doing this and want to do it as a live stream is you can kind of see why, right? There are colors and stuff mixed in here. So these are going to be hits, right, that are actually in this box. Where the other ones had, here and there kind of hits, but, not as many clearly as what is in here. So I've actually seen some of the contents too. And going from there, what's up, Tim? How you doing? Good to have you in the stream. So let's check out and see what we get in here. Of course, 18, 17, maybe Otani, maybe some others, who knows, as we go through this. So we got some chrome and some paper mixed in. All right, this is actually 19 Bowman, but either way, as we get, like I said, those things were generally done. The person I bought it from, right, they clearly had a lot of different card stuff they had done, and unfortunately they were having some medical issues. So, maybe that's why. It's a nice parallel there of Josh Bro, whoever he is, Bro. Any good for the Yankees? I've never heard of him. You would think 6 years ago, probably, by now. So that's some chrome stuff. Here's some paper first Bowmans. Siani, Holland, Greener, Griffin Canning. There's going to be, a lot of these, who are they? Mr. Hunter Green. Where? Oh, right there. Yeah. I hope we find some sweet honest. Thank you. Appreciate that. So Hunter Green, the chrome. You can see me in the background there. So we'll look at that one here too. Canning, Siegler, Kirilloff. It's a good one. Kirilloff's been playing. Cody Clemens, first Bowman. That's nice. Maybe we should slide this over here a little bit. Put some of these more notable players down just until we find some more. Harrison, Naylor, Duplantier, Rolson, Little, Sean Murphy, Ryder Green. He could put Murphy down, but I'm not. That name, Tejada, Feltman, Avila, Dodson, Mark Vientos. That's one for me. I don't think I have that, honestly. So Vientos there. See how he comes back next year after having a bit of a slump this past season. Who knows what the Mets are going to look like next year as they get to sign Alonso. And, of course, today as I'm doing this, right, if you're a New York sports fan, maybe it's a liberation day for Giants fans getting rid of Brian Dable. About damn time. Royce Lewis, early in his career there. Back to paper. Larnick, McKenzie, back to chrome. Jeez, it's going to be one of these boxes. That's how all these boxes were in this lot that I got. That is Edwards and Griner. Prado, Hannah, back to paper. Sorting these now a little bit, so it makes it easier for me when I'm sorting them later. Because, like I said, this is the only box I've got left. Cheater Downs. This is the only box I got left of this baseball stuff. Plus, I finally been following the channel. I've been complaining about it for a while. Finally got the Fanatics order of my that's Chrome Murphy, but of the holiday stuff. So that'll be coming out later this week when I open that, and then I'll get the baseball update going again. I did the Dodgers and the Mariners back during the Jonathan India during the ALCS and NLCS, but I'm gonna get the rest of the teams updated. Hopefully, at least everybody in stock before Black Friday, of course, when like everybody's gonna have sales going on. So there's another India. Caught him. This is Nick Madrigal. Levine and Yensta. Denneberg, McKenna, Siani, Gulbe. Buddy, you going to come back over? Griffin Conine. Is he still playing for the Blue Jays? Rivera, Casey Mize, first Bowman. We'll put Conine down too. I'm just going to kind of pile them there at this point. Davis, Pavin Smith, Long, Madrigal again. Cotton. Jeffers. Royce Lewis again. And just for the sake of time, I'm not going to put down every card of those stars unless I find, or those players, I should say, unless I find some major stars. Woods Richardson, Pearson, Feltman, Roberts, Manning, Brent Rooker. And we got a green one here behind Roederer. I'm going to put Rooker down. Green, the Rays is Witherspoon. Brendan Davis was a top prospect in the cover. Injuries derailed his career. Marlins have Konai now? Yeah, that makes sense, right? Grant Witherspoon to 99. 64 of 99. The light will catch it there. The zoom will catch it? No. There it is. So 64 of 99 for Grant Richardson. Any Rays fans? How's he doing? Is he still somewhere? Andres Jimenez, Blue Jay now. Frank, Ashcraft, Dunn. Alec Bohm, first Bowman. Set that over here. Thomas, Nate Pearson. McKay, him. Floral, Medina, Lavastida, Ciani, Holland, Ornelas, Sanchez, Parker Meadows first. That was nice. I'm not digging back through. I'm sure we'll see it again, right? I mean, look how many there are. Whoops, I almost passed O'Neill Cruz. So, see if he gets out of Pittsburgh at some point here soon, probably. Jeter Downs again. See, we're going to hit doubles, because if this whole box is not all of 19, which I don't think it is, but if it is, then we're going to see these cards a lot. Brandon Marsh. Matt Manning. Back to Chrome. Jackson. Bukakis. There's Griffin Conine again. Paddock. Ramos. And Griner. Kappy, where'd you go, buddy? I think he's hiding on the other side of the sofa where I can't see him. Siegler. Ian Anderson. That is Grayson Rodriguez of the Orioles. Siegler and Naylor. Moron. Luzardo. Hunter Green Chrome that time. Thad Ward. This is Rivera. Velade. Isbell. He's dropping. Sauer. Conine again. Like I said, we're going to see a handful of dupes. More than just a few. Heck, some of these in the earlier boxes, I ran Mount Castle. Not a first Bowman, but see, this is 18 now. It is bouncing back and forth between 18 and 19, isn't it? Grenier, Sanchez, but no, and this is Cruz again. But like I said, as we are, going through, I had, some of those things. I posted about it earlier. I posted, I think, a short about it, where I had stacks that big of one card, right? Like George Springer and stuff. Hunter Green was a refractor. Yeah, I guess so. There is refractorness to it. Though they all seem to have that, don't they? I mean, they're all catching the light. Well, that one isn't as much. So, yeah, let's put down the refractor. Nick Gordon, Frank, Paddock, Witherspoon, Thomas Pearson. We have seen you all already. There's Rooker again. What we got here in the shimmer? Ooh, Justin Dunn. I believe was out in the Mariners the last I remember. I don't know what has come of him. But Justin Dunn in the nice sparkle design. Harris, that name, Stowers, Brandon Marsh again, Adams, which is Mercer, Stefan, Dodson, is Vientos again. If I see another, going to go, yeah, you're going to see it again. Tim Kate, Hazley is Jazz Chisholm. Set that over here. And there's a name. So let's see what else we got here. That is Pagan, Carter Keyboom. Stivers, Eloy Jimenez. Casas. Is it Casas or Casas, or is it just pronounced weird because it's Boston? First Bowman. Wolfhook, Kate, Alex Kirilloff there. Whoops. Had to bump it at some point, didn't I? Woods Richardson, Harrison, Shane McClanahan. I played for the, really. If you've watched this channel enough, you know I know absolutely nothing about Japanese baseball. Soto, you know, how much I love. See, there are some different refractors versus non in there. That's Jazz back, yeah. Is he in a diamond? But yes, it is. Medina, Janista, Jones, back to paper. McClanahan again. Marsh again. And Vientos again. I'm going to fast forward a little bit just till we see some different. There's Jazz Chisholm again. Plantier, nice. Oops, Jazz Chisholm again. Jackson, and then back to, see, there's the, yeah, I guess you were right about that Hunter Green, because this one is not refractor this time. Versus, what did I do with the one that was? I put that down? Yeah. Yeah, so there we go. You can see the difference there a little bit. Duplantier is going to try to come back this year. I know a team that needs bullpen help. Oh, man. Now, what are the Giants? What were they waiting for? Firing Dable until today. Caught a live stream. Welcome in, AJ. Yeah, it helps, right? When I'm actually here, I'm home alone, though I will be in a minute, right? My wife's about to step out and get our daughter. Don't have to do that kind of stuff today. But there's India, a little refractor there on the Bowman Sterling. Jonathan India. So just out of that, right? Just out of those things I've got there. And again, I'm going to mix most of these, if not all of them, into the Etsy packs. But if there is something that is significant there that I don't know about, right? I mean, I paid $12 for this box, something like that, as part of a lot. So, Brian Hayes, first time we've seen him. Yeah, Dolphins coach. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, we're doing pretty good around here. We're just enjoying the surprise snow. We were supposed to get a trace of snow. Right? That ain't a trace. It's a couple inches. It's not that bad. It's since melted. Like this morning, taking my daughter to school and stuff like that, the road was covered and everything out there. But you might hear the garage door now. My wife is just leaving. But either way, right? Yeah, so Mitch Keller. It's been fun, right? You know, always fun to play around in the snow, especially earlier in the year. Him again. Delgado, Wolf, because it's unusually early Kirilloff for us to see that before Thanksgiving in this part of Indiana. Now, you know, if you go up around the lake, of course, right, the lake effect snow, it was, if you watched the Notre Dame game over the weekend, it was snowing then. And they got smacked up there as Nico Horner, first Bowman, first time we're seeing that. Nico Horner. Nick Dunn, Bohm again. Rivas, McKay. Denneberg. Here is Hazley. There's Chisholm in the chrome. So, hello, you can see me. Kevon Jackson, Nelson, that guy, Torres, Pompley, Dunn again, Jacques. There's Brian Hayes in the chrome. Stefan and Grossans. So, maybe I can make some room. We can try to organize this a little. Hayes, Horner, Rooker, some Indias. Where's the Hunter Green pile? Here's Jazz Chisholm. And let's see, Keyboom, Casas, Eloy, a couple of Kirilloffs here. If I can get it out. McClanahan, there's Chisholm again. Let's see, Mountcastle, Cruz, Bohm, Conine, Mize. This is Royce Lewis. What did I do with Kirilloff? I know I had him somewhere up here. And then Cody Clemens, Hunter Green. Okay, so a little bit of organization there to what I'm throwing off to the side of different things. So rattling through it, Prado again on a refractor. That is Jordan Adams. There's Chisholm in a refractor. So I'll add that to the Jazz Chisholm pile. Jackson Goddard. Grayson Rodriguez, first Bowman. Mackenzie Gore. First time we're seeing that, at least that I remember. Pompey, it's Bo Bichette. Where's he going to land? That is going to be, I mean, between him and Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz, of course, my Mets, something like that. Where is he going to land? Will he play second base? If so, come on over to Queens. Casey Mize, Ian Anderson, Gorman, Baez, Keyboom again, Naylor, Duplantier, Rolson, Lewis. Yeah, I think he'll stay in Toronto too. I think they've shown they're willing to spend. Detroit, that'd be an interesting spot for him. They definitely need somebody else in that lineup. Of course, the dreamers in New York, right? They think Scooble's going to come there to one team or the other. And if that's the case, then obviously they're not signing, Pobichette. Ooh, we got something behind here. Rivas has given us a Duplantier to $4.99. 370 of $4.99. That will focus on it, kind of, there. So, got that. Guzman, Sixto Sanchez. Noose, Kelly, Pagan, Keyboom again, Stiver, Eloy. Did I put down? No, I put down his Chrome before. Johnson, Mitchell, Dodson, Jeter Downs, Mata, Feltman, Solak, Dylan Cease. I think that's the first time we've seen Dylan Cease. That is Madrigal in India. What does that say? Recommended viewing. Madrigal and India. And Casas again there. Working our way through this first one here. We got something gold in this. Let's see what that is. Kappi has settled over here on the over here on the couch. So Scooble staying in Detroit. I'm hearing they offer him 10,425. For somebody at his, since he's not, 25 anymore, right? That's a pretty aggressive contract if they're going to go through and go to that level for him. But can't blame him, right? He's definitely been the best pitcher. Well, first or second best pitcher in baseball the last 2 years, depending on where you want to put Skeens versus him. In that, of course, every New York fan thinks Skeens is coming there too, right? So, Diaz, Sandlin, Wolf, Kowar, Ciani, Sandlin, Wolf, Kowar. Jackson Kowar's having a decent year. Luis Robert for the first time. Griner, Griffin Canning. He's been around, of course. Wentz, there's O'Neill Cruz again. Skeens will be a Dodger. Who isn't going to be a Dodger? Mata, the guy that just posted from Japan, you can kind of just put him in the Dodgers lineup now, can't you? Goddard, Solak, Baker, Long, Vara, Theis, something like that. Enlow, Frank, Bukakis, Faedo, Dunn. There's Alec Bohm again, Witherspoon, Thomas, McKay, Denneberg, Esteban Floral, Griffin Roberts, and then Matt Manning is hiding something gold. It's an Guardian. Guardian pitcher, Hawkins to 50. 37 out of 50. Ethan Hawkins, first Bowman. So, Ethan Hawkins. Let's close out this row. And we'll move on. Not sure there's going to be space with Murakami on the Dodgers, Muncy, and Freeman. Freeman is 36, 37. At some point, he's probably not too much. Stretch him into an outfielder. It's never stopped him before, has it? Wolf, Lynch, Robert again. Put him over here. Sandlin, Gregory Soto. How many Justin Dunns have we seen now? That is Casey Mize and Brady Singer. Mize and Singer. I had a Mize pile somewhere, didn't I? What did I do with it? Oh, up here. Bradley, Baker. Now we're back in the refractors. Canning, refractor. Not even trying. And back to Griffin Conine again. Diaz. Proctor. I've not watched the Police Academy movies in a while. Let's see. Jeter Downs. Somebody's asking for that before. Trammell, Lynch. Scott. Kelly, Pagan. Something blue is peeking out at us. There's Bubick. First Bowman, Chris Bubick. He's come around a little bit. Schnell. All right, what's Hansen hiding in the blue? The blue was to $4.99, right? It's a Cub. That is Aidman. 405 of $4.99. Aramis Aidman. Cubs fans, I know. I'm sorry, are we back? Hey, are we back? That froze completely on me there, didn't he? I don't know where we left off. Did you see Aidman here? Because all of a sudden I looked down and it was just kind of stuck there. I'm sorry if I lost you there for a minute. My internet's been kind of crazy too with the weather, so hopefully we can hold out here. That is, again, 405 of $4.99 here, the Aidman. Yeah, so, whew, sorry about that. I didn't know what was going on for a second. Jones, Snell, Quantrill. I worried I'd hit some random button here on my phone because there's so many new buttons on this new iPhone now. Joe Adell, so I think it's the first time we're seeing him in the Chrome. Isbell, Medina, Siani, Holland, McCarthy, Griffin Canning, and Owen White and Tim Kate, something like that. So let's move this stack just out of the way here so I can make a new stack real quick and just hope that Kappi doesn't come over here and knock it down. So let's try row number 2. I'm going to grab from the middle just so it's easier. Get it started. Oh, I pulled a numbered card to start. Osiris Johnson of the Marlins. First Bowman, 269 of 499. Osiris Johnson. Another name that I've never heard before. Trammell, Hawkins, or Hankins. I got this, like I said, this is off Facebook Marketplace. A guy that clearly had some, is Cody Clemens in the Chrome. Guy that clearly had a lot of cards because I think the first time I went, I bought this, was a part of an 8-box load, that size. And then I went back and got 4 more. He was cleaning out everything in his house. He was having some medical issues. So it wasn't just this he was selling. He was having a full-on estate sale, right? But doing it like yard sale style. He had them listed for 20, but then I talked him down, like I said, the first time to about 12 or 13 a box. So, not all of them had this kind of variety in it. There's Nico Horner in the refractor. I think you got to go back 2 months on my channel to find the short that I was talking about a little while ago, where it was like the whole stack of one player. Singer, first Bowman refractor. Grenier, same thing. Grossons. And Rollison. Adam Wolf on the back there. Schnell. I've had Nico Horner on my fantasy team the last couple of years, stealing some bases for me. Joe Adell, Casey Mize, Rivas, Wynn. I had one of those heartbreaking losses yesterday in fantasy football, because, you know, the Steelers apparently can't figure out who DK Metcalf is. Throw him the football. Nico Horner again. And then I had Gadsden, too, and he got hurt. And so it was one of those where I had the second highest total of the week, and I lost to the first highest. Jimenez, refractor. Mitch Keller, refractor. Is he going to get off the Pirates at some point, too? Dunn. Weimer. Brewster Gratterall. He's been around. Rodriguez again. Mitch Keller again. Kellenick, first Bowman. First time we're seeing him. He didn't pan out too well, right, after they dealt him in the Diaz trade. And then over to the Braves, I think the last time I heard from him, I remember him, Bo Bichette. We had the paper before of Bichette, right? Yeah, I haven't found the Chrome yet. I hadn't had the paper Casas, though. Did I not put, yeah, I haven't put that down yet. Tavares, Ian Anderson. Nolan Gorman, first Bowman. Kirilloff, Cody Clemens again. Monty Harrison, Naylor, Duplantier, and then back to Chrome. Rodriguez and Griner, franchise futures. Not quite. I guess Rodriguez is still there, isn't he? Adams, Rollison, Royce Lewis in the refractor. Gordon, Baker, Long, Vavra, him, Frank, Bukakis, Ashcraft, Paddock, Woods Richardson, Thomas, Pearson, Delgado, Tejada, Feltman, Roberts, and Manning, and then Brent Rooker residing in the back again. So, whoops, paper pile. Let's see here. Reuter, something like that. It's Cody Clemens in the chrome. It's not a refractor. Jimenez, Frank, Gordon, Roederer again, Shed Long, Green, Dace, Tavares, Josh Naylor. A lot of rumors about him, right? Especially around my Mets. If they get rid of, or they watch Pete go somewhere else, he's probably their top target. Alec Boehm in the chrome. So let's put Naylor down. Why not? What did I put? Chrome. Braxton Ashcraft, Gordon, Wolf, Witherspoon, Pavin Smith, refractors there. Wolf, Coars, Luis Robert again. Siani. Let's fast forward, or we're going to be here. Cruz we passed. Adam Hill's a new one. No idea who he is. Mata, where in Indiana are they selling these mystery packs? You're up in Michigan. So I am in the east central area, right? I'm in Hamilton County, Noblesville. So I shop mostly around Hamilton County or Indianapolis, or since I teach at Muncie, up there, right? So Anderson, Muncie, that kind of area. The ones up in Muncie now have them all behind the counter. So you can't go and pick and choose and stuff like that. We got a blue sticking out here. So let's pause for a minute and look at a White Sox Delgado 006 to 499. 006 to 499. Can't recall any Bond movies where 006 makes an appearance. 008 is the one that's killed at the start of Octopussy, right? And, you know, of course, the last one, they made the lady the 007 after that and all, but still. But no, since, like I said, I work up in Muncie, they're all up behind the counter. The ones in Anderson are usually kind of hit and miss. One of them has it behind the counter, the other doesn't. And then around me here, some are and some aren't, right, again, with the behind the counter stuff. So the ones that aren't behind the counter with the mystery packs, they're in like a red, like box looking thing, somewhere up by the counter. So at least Robert. I do have a couple of them just sitting around here as well. Try to keep them stocked for whenever I do some other video. And CVS, of course, you're looking for the 24 update packs. They're right there by the register. They either have 24 update or 25 Series 2, and I've never seen anything else, at least at the local CVS's. Rooker again. Jazz Chisholm again. Ooh, we got a purple. Sorry, that one snuck up on me as I was talking. Stiver, 86 of 250. So a couple White Sox. Stiver. Cody Clemens again. Jimenez. Frank. These ones they're not sliding as easily. Coker, Yearman, Bubic. Dunning, Denneberg, Tavares. That is Casas again, or Casas, or again, I'm never going to pronounce that right. I'm that professor that just says you in class, right? Because I don't even try with names most of the time, unless it's a small class. When are you going to ask the head dean? Shit. I tell you what, man, if I went to my dean and said, hey, I want to touch baseball cards, she'd scream at me. She screams at me anyway. The fact that I'm breathing, she screams at me. She is not. She and I are oil and water. I mean, I could go off about that, but I probably shouldn't. We'll just leave it at that. Madrigal, first Bowman. Lewis. I'm already the head of 2 clubs on campus that she hates. So, you know, I'm the faculty advisor, I should say, for 2 different clubs on campus that she can't stand, let alone everything else that I do. So I say, let's have a baseball card club. I'm sure I'd get thrown out a window. Whoops, that snuck up on me again as well. Diaz, Yusnel Diaz to 499. 262 of 499. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Standard liberal, professor woman syndrome. Ramos, Marsh, Gorman, Swaggerty, Koch. There's India again, first Bowman. Cotton, Davis, Medina, Little, Lopez, Liberatore and Wynn, Conine, Jacques Torres, Hayes, Gratterall, Rodriguez, Keller, Kellenick again, Larnick, Tristan McKenzie. Boy, that's something about. Did they have arrest that Classe yet? Bobichette was on the bottom there. You know, who's the other guy? Did they get him? No lecture at IU. There's a course on comic book themes and history. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to create like randomness like that, right? I mean, I have, you know, stuff in the tank, right, and things that, I mean, I mean, even just creating a class on emergency management and stuff, I've ran into hurdles and hoops, let alone doing stuff like that. You know, something actually useful. So, Trammell, we got a blue peeking out at us on down here. Johnson, there's India again. Connor Scott. All right, what's the blue behind Bubik here? It's another Royal. It's not him. It is a pitcher. Lynch. Daniel Lynch to 150. 145 of 150. So not bad so far. Eloy. Casas again. So we got a lot of names, right? We're missing Otani, of course, which probably isn't surprising. But still, finding a lot of nice, fun stuff in here. Banfield. Coar. Hunter Green again. Gratterall. And all of those. Let's see what we get here. Diaz, Naylor. Tani was in Bowman, not Bowman draft. Yeah, that's possible too. This is all Bowman draft, isn't it? Didn't think of that. Clemens. So again, we're seeing all the same players. I'm going to try to fast forward a little bit. It's hard to believe we've been here over half an hour already. Kappi is fast asleep over there on the couch. Looking for the hits or for names I haven't seen. Okay, there's one on the back here. We've got a Cardinal this time. Another pitch? No, yeah, another pitcher. That is Griffin Roberts to 499. 114 of 499. First Bowman of Griffin Roberts. Yeah, we better fast forward. We're going to be here all day. There's still 3 more rows in this box. Bichette. Past a Mize. Keyboom. Madrigal. Okay, so got a Philly this time. As we normally pull on this channel, lots of Phillies, of course, from numbered hits. Got another pitcher, though, Eastman, and he's right behind him, so he's peeking out both ways. But 27 of 499. Colton Eastman, first Bowman. All the hits so far have been paper. Have not seen anything in the chrome stuff here, or other than the refractors. And there's a couple that were shiny, shimmery. So we are seeing all of these already. So apologies if you're just tuning in, and I am kind of fast forwarding a little bit. Solax, Dylan Cease. Yeah, all the Cal Raleighs. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Oop, I pulled a green right on top here, just reaching in. So Joey Wentz, 67 of 99. Joey Wentz. Yeah, I mean, the number of, like I said, Springers and, man, there was a few others in there. Now I can't remember, of course, that I pulled. And we'll have mixed into the packs just because I have so many of them. Whenever I can get around to it here. I'm going to start with the teams, obviously, that are sold out. And then go from there. Whoops, Casey Mize. That is... color looks different, doesn't it? On the side there. not numbered or anything. It's just, I guess, the way it was made. I guess they're all kind of like that, all a little off. That one just caught my eye a little more. The way the light hit it. And again, I pulled a purple right on top, just reaching in. This is Goddard, Jackson Goddard, 163 of 250. And cheating our way through, Cortez is not a name I recognize. Naylor in the chrome. Chisholm again. And nothing new there. Joe Adele on the top. Oh my. One of those days. Yeah, you got something peeking out at the back. What's this? Oh, it's just an A. Just the way it was designed. So, yep, again, I keep reaching in there and grabbing the numbered card right on the top. But that's a nice one to grab, right? Gold of Luis Robert. 20 of 50. Luis Robert. Probably our best one so far, arguably. At least of a name that has got somewhere, right? Griffin Roberts. And Tavares. Vientos. I'm going to put that down too for me. Diaz. Got a big project coming up too with my PC. Once I get everything sorted, Horner and the Chrome Refractor. But once I get all that sorted, trying to... I touched that. Yuck, 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 yuck. Oh, yuck. Excuse me a second. I got to wash my hands. I touched whatever that bug was. I'll be right back. Kappi, go entertain me. Ugh. Come here, buddy. I think it was just a dead stink bug, but Oh. Sorry about that. Had to run after that one. That was that was not expected and scared me and shocked me. I had a box once I got off eBay that half the cards were like chewed and stuff like that. It was pretty obvious it was somebody sending me their rat crap. And all, at least this isn't that. That was just probably was in their garage or something, or was outside. And Kappi, come back here. And Naylor. All right, let's just do this to kind of fast forward here a bit. Instead of going all the way through all the cards. At least most of them there are in good shape. I just passed a couple that weren't. But let's see here. I doubt we're missing anybody new at this point, right? I think we've seen pretty much all we're going to see in terms of players. So we're just looking for any colors, any autographs, anything like that that might be still hiding in here. Let's split these up. Yep, there's a couple colors back to back here. So Jackson is hiding a Tiger. Can we Casey Mize? Nope, Gregory Soto. Gregory Soto to $4.99, 235 of 499. And he is hiding a Yankee. What's purple to 250? Yankee pitcher, Abreu, 59 of 250. A couple more nice hits there. Always good to have these, low-end hits, right? I mean, I sell the packs for $2, so to have something that's still go through and fun to chase, along with the other things that I mix in, the rookies and, those refractors and stuff like that. So no other colors in there, is there? No. Let's try this pile. Something hiding in here at least. All right, the blue this time is another Yankee. And it's a hitter this time. No idea who that is. Ryder Green. 21 of 150. Ryder Green. And just peek through these chromes. So, yeah, all right. Let me get these out of the way again here 1 sec. So I don't knock them down, or Kappi doesn't come over and knock them down. Kappi's sitting by the door now, of course, right? Since I went out the door for a minute there. And, yeah. Okay. At least I got the chrome and the paper sorted so far. It's always a pain in the butt when I'm doing the team sorts because the chrome makes the cards slide all over the place. Let's see what else we got here. Paper, Mountcastle. And we got a purple in here. Purple. It's a twin this time. Can we get Lewis or Rooker or somebody like that? That is Kirilloff. Alex Kirilloff to 250. 28 of 250 for Alex Kirilloff. And more. We got a blue here. The light blue was, what's the light blue? $4.99. It's a Guardian again. Pitcher, is that, I was going to say McKenzie, but it's Hankins. 461 of 499 for Hankins. Random chrome in there. And yeah. Let's see. Obviously, this person must have just, bought a whole ton of packs, like over the years and stuff, that I got this from, and just grabbed the ones that they really, really wanted and then just stuck them all in this box, right? The random boxes that they had, because this is sort of how they've all been sorted. Robert. Another India. And we got an A sticking out of this time. That $4.99, it's a hitter. Hannah. Jameson Hannah. 157 of 499. Jameson Hannah. Not to be confused with the Jack Hanna, right? Is he still alive? Didn't he have the Columbus Zoo or something like that? That's where he worked. Had that TV show with the animals when I was a kid. Probably still does, if he's still alive, right? Or some relation to him does. Like the Crocodile Hunter's kid, doing stuff now. All right, so we got a blue here. Floral is hiding a Diamondback this time. Not Chisholm, unfortunately. It's Ornelas, and it's the bookend, 1 of 150. 001 of 150. That's our first bookend of all of these. 1 of 150. So no chrome hits still. No chrome hits. What else we got? Anything of color. eBay 1 of 1. That's right. Any color. Not seeing anything in here. Okay, there we got one. Rodriguez is hiding another Royal Bubic, maybe? Nope. Brady Singer, though, isn't awful. First Bowman, 410 of 499. Brady Singer. We got something green poking out back here. It's the first paper card, though, behind the chrome. Nothing else there, so let's just do that. Got a Cub this time. Is it Horner? Nope, it's that Aidman again. Didn't we get him before? No, Ramos, that's when the thing crashed before, right? So this time it's out of 99, 60 or 59 of 99. Aramis Aidman. Let's see. Okay. Chrome. Madrigal in India. And, there's a color there. Okay. Oops, did I cross these? Yeah, I did. Okay, come back here. There we go. All right, Alec Hansen is hiding a Red Sox pitcher. Thad Ward. 213 of 499. Thad Ward. Anybody keeping count of how many numbered cards we've got so far? There's a lot there. We'll have to count them at the end. Kappi, you're missing a lot of fun, buddy. Usually when there's stuff like this, you're all over it. You're the one that we thank for these kinds of things. All right, there's a green popping out in the back here. There's an old one. What's Ryan Weathers doing in here randomly? Oh, it's a throwback design. I see. Ryan Weathers. Casey Mize and Cody Clemens again, the franchise future card. Okay, so the green is hiding way back in the back here. Singer is got a Cub again. Cole Rotor, something like that. 35 of 99 for Cole. Jack Hanna, Alzheimer's. Ew. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, Alzheimer's is, yeah. Of course, dementia's gotten, my family and stuff like that, so, yeah. Manning, hiding another Marlin, Harrison. Did we got Harrison before? I think we might have. I know we had Johnson over here, or Cyrus Johnson. That is 83 of 499. Monty Harrison. Why don't I have this random chrome pile here? I put it down when that Weathers card was there, didn't I? Nico Horner on the back there. Did I miss a color there? Yeah, I did. So we got an Angel this time. Angel. Could we get Joe Adell? No. Jeremiah Jackson. 101 of 499. Not from the Jackson 5, but still. And a bunch more chrome, and a bunch more chrome, and a lot more chrome with just some paper behind it, base paper. And I keep crossing these, don't I? There. Mackenzie Gore was on the top of that. There's Jackson again. More chrome. Starting to get that frog in my voice from standing here for 47 minutes. Usually when I lecture and stuff like that, I hate talking the whole time, so. I'm that professor, of course. Being political science is a little easier, right? That I can try to make people talk, though. In today's day and age, the kids are so afraid of talking, right? They don't want to get in trouble. And I keep telling them, I'm not going to judge you on your opinion. But it doesn't matter. They're so used to being judged on their opinion. Manning is hiding an Indian. Ponticelli, 206 of 499. Ponticelli. And there's another one here, blue, dark blue. Padres, are going to be the same guy? No, it's not the same guys behind him. Michael Baez, 141 of 150. Michael Baez. And a bunch of chrome. And let's see, I'll just split it in half. Bunch of paper. Bunch of chrome. And a bunch of paper. One more stack here from this row, and we got two more rows left. Oop, there's a purple sneaking out at us here. Purple Cardinal again. Different guy, a little touch in the corner on this one. It's the first time I've seen really any kind of noticeable touch. Nolan Gorman to 250. 243 of 250. Nolan Gorman. And then more chrome. So let me do the usual here and just move this stack over here out of the way. Something to play with tonight while watching Monday Night Football after everybody else goes to bed. So I was thinking about doing, I did this during the day because I knew I had some free time during the day today and, that type of stuff. And I'd never done a daytime stream, so I said, what the heck, especially with the snow outside. But the other reason I had to do this is my light broke. The light that I have, over this and stuff. The cord frayed and wore out, so I don't have a light. So that's why it had to be a daytime thing. Manning is hiding a Ray. That is Nick Solak to 50, 30 of 50. Solak's playing pretty, he's around, right? Nick Solak. Vientos again. couple of chromes. And there's another one. Okay. This is a red this time. Mike Ciani. We've seen him a few times, but first time numbered. 164 of 499. And there's a purple one coming up here too. Purple Red Sox. Sharwin? Sharwin. Mike, 161 of 250. And then a bunch of chrome. Let's see. Chrome. Nothing in that paper pile. Pretty big for what we've seen, at least the last row. And a couple more paper cards, some more chrome. Just hiding out down here. And more paper. Was everything in that last row? Not in this row? There's some in this one. I see the color. Murphy again. And okay. Rivas is hiding a white sock. Is that Luis Robert again? Yeah, it is. Luis Robert to $4.99. Yeah, I think we did pretty well. I think this is good investment, good stuff to mix into the boxes, right? That sort of thing. Luis Robert. And let's see. Still hunting autos. Still have not seen any of them yet. I thought there were some. You know, it's been just random, though, that I've come across them, you know, as I've gone through the boxes as well. So, you know, I hope I didn't skip any, but I don't think I did. Got a Pirate this time. It's not O'Neill Cruz. It's a catcher. Koch. Grant Koch. 354 of 499. Grant Koch. And Naylor again. Madrigal. Medina. Ryan Weathers. Mountcastle. Whole bunch of others. Back in Chrome land here. Kellenick. Cruz. That is Swaggerty's insert card. Oh, here we go. Another Diamondback. Looks like another, maybe not a pitcher. Pavin Smith is not a pitcher. 204 of 499. Pavin Smith. Nice. Gonna have to go back through and count all of those, because this is definitely more than I've ever gotten out of one of these Facebook Marketplace deals, right? I mean, I had that one before that was really nice for inserts and stuff that I got for $30. Had a lot of modern inserts, you know, out of like Heritage and stuff like that. But in terms of serial numbered cards, this is definitely winning. Let's see. Lots of chrome. Casey Mize and the Sterling. No color there either. There's some color in this one. I see it. There, it just popped out at you. All right, Rivas. Who's on the Nationals behind you? Pitcher Denneberg. Mason Denneberg to $4.99. 370 of $4.99. And there's Casas again. So apologies again for those of you that are just popping in, where I'm going kind of quick through the cards. We looked through most of them already, right back at the earlier part of the video. The variety is definitely not, you know, there's only so much in Bowman Draft. I got a purple. Purple is another White Sox. It's not Luis Robert, though. It's a pitcher. Dunning. Dane Dunning. 201 of 250. Dane Dunning. Oh, we got another one. Got a red this time. Little touch corner again. That's okay. That is Jeter Downs. Hey, you ask and you shall receive for more Jeter Downs cards. 375 of 499. Jeter Downs. I see another aqua colored card in here. All right, man. Another Diamondback. Pitcher this time. Kelly, Levi Kelly, 137 of 499. And anything in here? Nope, I'm just going to do this to get it out of the way. I see a blue. I think it's the last one I grabbed here. All this chrome. Paper cards there, more chrome. La. All right, Jackson with a Marlin again behind him. Hitting. Scott, Connor Scott, 37 of 150. Connor Scott. Marlins are, let's be honest, not one of my better sellers over there in the Etsy shop. You know, I don't know if I've ever really, other than, you know, it's that guy that's on TV all the time. I can't name another Marlins fan that I've ever come across in my life. Not that I've ever met that guy either, but you know what I mean. So the Indian or Guardians, this is Lavastida, 123 of 150. Brian Lavastida. Mize, blah, blah, blah. Let me get these chrome cards out of the way here. Before I knock these all down, I feel like it's coming. More paper, more chrome. Okay. One more row to go, and we'll call it a live stream. You know, like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure if you've been around this long, been here the whole time, I'm sure you already have. But, you know how it goes. Everybody always asks. Everybody has to. All right, last row. Can't even see the last row on camera now, can you? There we go. All right. Those chrome. We got another one of these throwbacks. Grayson Rodriguez. What year is that supposed to be? I know I've seen it. I know I've got the cards of it, right? It's like 2003, 4, somewhere in that area. Maybe even further back. Chromes, papers, dropping paper, chrome, and I'm crossing them again. Definitely an absent-minded professor. All right, let's try from the back. Boom in the chrome. And is that finally a colored chrome card? It's Levi Kelly again. But that's our first, at least that I've seen, unless I, fast forwarded through it, a chrome hit. Nice refractor, too. Levi Kelly is 165 of 402. Who the hell came up with 402? Sounds like a printing error. Doesn't sound like a serial numbered card you'd want. Or a number you're looking for. McCarthy and Thomas. 402. I get it when we had some before, and some of you told me, right, it was, that's some statistic thing, right? I doubt 402 is a statistic that a pitcher wants to have in some way. So you're not striking out 400 people in a year. We got blue here. We got an A catcher, Sean Murphy. Nice. Obviously on the Braves now, but Sean Murphy, 88 of 150. Sean Murphy. Nice name. Naylor on the front there with all this paper. No color in that, right? No. Chrome. All this paper. And Alec Bowman in that design now. That's nice. I'll put that. Where's my Alec Bowman pile? I stopped putting things in the piles. There it is. That. All this paper. More chrome. More paper. There's a color back here. It's the 499 one of the Twins again. That is Trevor Larnach. 101 of 499. Trevor Larnach. And some more chrome. If for some reason when I go through the chrome later, right, and I sort everything later, I find something else, I'll stick a short up or something like that just to show it off. Got a purple in the back this time. I haven't seen a purple in a while. So, Jazz, what are you hiding? Another Marlin. Will Banfield. 57 of 250. Will Banfield. Another purple coming out at us here. All right, so another Marlin. Connor Scott again. That is 10 of 250. We're cornering the market on Marlins random serial numbered cards. I brought up the movie Trading Places in class the other day. No one had seen it. And I mean, that movie was, I was like 2 or 3, I guess 4 when that movie came out. But still, I mean, kids today. I got a twin this time. That is Brent Rooker to 99. Nice. Brent Rooker, 95, or 6 of 99. 96 of 99. So Rooker or Roberts, which one is the best hit we've got so far? The Robert was to 50. Maybe the Murphy to 150 as well. You can put in that discussion. It's Casey Mize in that design. Where's my Casey Mize? Right there. Murphy again. I think that Rooker to 99 is better than Robert to 50, at least right now, right, given where they are in their careers. Though is this another Luis Robert? It is. Right, because you can see the design there. So how about Robert again to 99? So the Robert to 50, better than to 99, but still. You don't have a Rooker. Yeah, I agree. Right, the Mize is nice too. I agree. 41 of 99. Kappi is trying to open the door. Kappi has said it's been an hour. Isn't this enough? I'll let you out in a few minutes here, buddy. I've only got a little bit left. Have to see where Millie is, right? Because he and Millie, like we have said before, are oil and water. Can't put them together. Hey, we got another chrome hit. Griffin Canning to 402. Anybody know the significance of 402? And why 402? 22 of 402. Nothing else there. And there's a 499 one poking out here. Another Marlin. Jorge Guzman, 433 of 499. The Marlins pack's going to be a little loaded. A little more opportunity. It's like the Colts packs. The Colts have more stars than any pack of any cards that I sell, right? Just because I can get Colts cards easier than any of them. Maybe we got a shimmer one again. It's another Marlin. Brian Miller. Yeah. Jackson. Cortez here. So just this little corner left here, and we'll talk to you again soon with, like I said, we'll do that holiday tins rip and things like that. All right, another green. Hey, we got a pirate this time. O'Neal Cruz? Nope. Brian Hayes, though. So, Brian Hayes to 99, 82 of 99. Not bad. Ooh, we got some gold stuff poking out at us now from the chrome. What's this? Adam Hill, what do you got? Oh, here are the autos. Okay. They're a different year. What year is this? Brian Gonzalez, whose corner is blown up. Can you see it there? Brian Gonzalez. I guess that kind of looks like Gonzalez. That is to 50 as well. 32 of 50. From 14 Bowman. Brian Gonzalez. Randomly in this box. Okay. Where can I put that down? Oh, let's just put it right here. Garrett Fulchek, something like that. Yeah, what's up, Boom Slang? Again to 50. 18 of 50. He hails from a small town, Howe, Texas. Fulenchek. And then Joe Gatto for the Angels. Joe Gatto. Why are these randomly mixed into this when they're from a different year? But again, this is how all the boxes have been, right? I'll be going through and then it'll just all of a sudden be something different. 77 of 99. Joe Gatto. At least he tried, right? I mean, that's on card. They're all on card. Right? Nice autos. I mean, they're Not exactly name players or anything, which, you know, what'd you expect? But still, nice to find, at least finally, right? Oh, we got another chrome hit as well. Let me get this out of the way here. Cody Clemens, hello. Around some autos, yeah, me too. But like we said, 12 or 13 bucks that I paid for this, right? I guess the average would be like 12.50 what I paid for it, right? Still not bad. So this is Michael Baez, 78 of 250 in the chrome parallel. Chrome purple, 78 of 250. I have two more handfuls here. And then we'll count up the hits. I like Bowman and that Sterling. Where's that Bowman pile? There it is. All these. And that's all paper, isn't it? Yeah. So no color in there. Last chance. End of the box. No, there's something in there. No, there's a couple. Okay. Bubik, who you hiding this time with the Cardinals? Is that Gorman again? Yeah. The 499. 53 of 499. Nolan Gorman. And then we get back here to one of these 499 cards again. It's a Yankee. It's a pitcher. It's a Abreu. Didn't we have him again already before? 326 of 499. Albert Abreu. Whoa, and I almost dropped it. All right. No more in the last pile, so let's just look at the cards. Vlade, Pavin Smith, Josh Naylor, Proctor signing at the Philly show, Jeffers, Medina, Weathers, Vierling, Torres, and we'll end on a Mountcastle. Is he still under contract for the Orioles? I don't even know. He's always been the rumor of trade bait, and he never traded him. All right, let's get these out of the way, and then we'll count the hits from this almost full 5,000 count box that I will use to put some of this back in because I've made quite a mess over here. All right, so we got the three autos. All right, we know that. Let's move Duplantier over here. Why is he still here? All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. Sean Murphy for 4, right? At least Robert for 5. We'll put some of the better names up here. How about that? That was Kirilloff, so we'll put him up here too. So that's 5. Dane Dunning is 6, 7, 8, 9. Hayes for 10. Right? Another Robert is 11. Let's do this. 12, 13, 14, 15. Jeter Downs is 16, 17, 18, 19. Brent Rooker, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24 for Pavin Smith. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Robert the Gold, 31, 32, 33. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 43, 44, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 55 serial numbered cards, plus the 3 autos that are serial numbered. So not too bad out of 4,500 or so cards, right? You're not going to get that odds in, opening packs or anything like that. Plus we got, when I was pulling out the random stars and things like that, or, at least known players and that kind of thing. We got some nice, variation of them, right? The Casey Mize is here. We've got some refractors. We got all kinds of fun stuff from that box. All kinds of great things to mix in. So, yeah, great time with whatever this is. There was only one thing missing from all of this. Right? As we walk through here, you can see not only the mess I made, right? This is all the baseball cards I'm about to sort that'll get into the packs, like I said. But here's what was missing. Well, he had his mousey over here. No wonder. So we missed you, buddy. You were supposed to be over there. Yeah, you went out. Oh, I know. Okay. All right. Well, Kappi says we got to go. He's the boss around here. especially when the rest of the house isn't here. So, you know, thanks as always for watching, hanging out in the live stream. We'll do these again at some point. You know, I got more to do and more stuff. Maybe as I'm making packs, that type of thing. Maybe we'll hang out sometime and do that. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one.